The song I just played for you is an original called Simple Pleasures, and the opening four sections of the melody are based on a C major arpeggio, very simple melody if you just hear them as individual notes. I'm just taking the third, fifth, and seventh degrees of a C major arpeggio. Just that, repeated 4 times. What hopefully generates a little interest is that I'm reharmonizing it with a different set of chords each time, some of which are not diatonic. So the first change is a C major 9 with the E on top with the flatted fifth in the middle of the chord, and I do this little movement in the bass of a B to. Then I'm playing a G major, and this chord has also a minor second. It has the F sharp and the G with the major third and the tonic on top. So, and this last chord is an A dominant chord. It's got the 9 doubled, the flatted fifth on the 6th fret of the A string. So that opening melody, which is this, when you hear it with the chords, is, and then I'm adding these notes underneath. Very often what I'll do, rather than try to grab all the notes, is put a note in place and then add the other notes below it. So now the same harmony again, but this is completely non-diatonic harmony. This one is an A, this is a G. Essentially, I'm thinking of it as the dominant chord. It's a G9 that has a sharp 11. The top of the chord is really an A triad with the open B and E strings and the G and the G and the D below it. Same melody though. Now I'm playing a B flat 13 to, this is an A flat minor major 7. I've got again a minor second going on with the A flat and the G. So same melody, but the chords this time are, starting here. Again, you're hearing the melody, but it's a completely different set of chords. Here's my next one. I'm adding a little bit of an embellishment. This is just a pretty simple E minor, actually a minor 9 because it has an F sharp in it. And I do, this is an A7 that actually has a 9 and a flat 9 in it. Isolate those individual notes. Again, these minor seconds are hidden a little bit because they're in the middle of the chord. So here's my E minor 9. And this is another variation on A7. A bit like the earlier A7, but I've got the, sometimes I'll play it that way. Maybe I'll use that voicing to explain it. So this looks like it's essentially an 11 that has a major third and a 9 on top. So that one is, and here's the fourth one. This is a D11, and the 11 in this case is the open G string. If I spell the chord bottom to top, it's major third 5, 11, 9. And here is my same B flat 13 to, this is a D 13 sharp 11. It's got the flat 7, the major third, sharp 11, and the 13 on top. So what you're hearing is that melody harmonized 4 different ways. There's C major, G major to essentially A9 with a flat 5 in the bass. Here's my G. This is like a Lydian dominant chord that has the 9 and the sharp 11. B flat 13, A flat minor major. E minor 9, A9 with a flat 9. This is another variation on A7 with the 3rd and the 4th together, an 11th. Here's my last one. Here's my D11 to my B flat 13 again to my D13 sharp 11. Now I've got another melody. Here's the melody by itself. That's the rest of the melody, single notes. But what I'm doing with the chords is, so these are both variations on G major. Here's a G major 9, and I'm adding an A triad on top, and then playing the D. So here's just an A triad with the G in the bass. So it's, and this is, I've forgotten what I'm doing on my own melody. I like sometimes putting a third in one octave and a fourth in the other. This is just a really basic E flat, just 1-5 with the 11. So it's a pretty stock sounding dominant 11th chord, but I put the third an octave above it. So here's my two variations on G major and 9, and there's the 6 and the sharp 11 with the A triad, and then there's my E flat 11 with the third. Now I'm doing a couple of variations on C. This is a C. These are all dominant chords. This is a basically a C7 with a sharp 11. So I'm going from this couple of variations on G major. This is the E flat dominant chord with the third and the 11. Sorry. So this is a pretty stock, kind of a stock sounding C7. It's got the sharp 11, the 13, and the 9 on top. And then this is a G chord that has the 11th in one octave and the third in the other with a 9 in the middle. So here's a kind of a basic G9. Here's a G11, and the chord I'm playing has the third below it. And here's another variation where I'm just changing the octaves. The third now is here and the fourth is here. So I'm doing this. This is a pretty basic, it's kind of a G6-9. And then, so this is a little variation on G7 using the 5 and the flat 7, flat 7 and flat 5, and I'm back to my C major. To grab that, it would be tough to grab this, so I'm just using this as my C major, which has the third on top, the major 7, and the tonic. So that last section of the melody, if you hear them as individual notes, is with the chords. There's the G major to the E flat. Variations on C7, a couple of G7s. G7, and we're back to our C major. So the melody by itself is pretty simple. Hopefully what makes it interesting are the reharmonizations of that simple melody.